Couple quick texts. All I have to say is I'm very happy for Valenti's dad, Big G. Nobody is happier than him about the Harbaugh signing, Kevin in Mac. Yeah, poor guy has suffered a lot lately, and he had put all his eggs in the Harbaugh basket.
Oh, boo-hoo. He's got a couple Super Bowls. Oh, bless his heart.
Okay, you have an idea of what you think of Mike. His dad is much warmer, much kinder, much nicer.
So where did he learn it from?
Great question. Haven't met his mom.
I'm taking shots at anyone's mom.
You guys are missing an obvious worst hire or worst firing. Bill Belichick in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's we're talking going, in the Wayback Machine, but we also did, obviously, with Shanahan and the Raiders.
Yeah. Weird personality, John. I bet Mike McDaniel likes Little Debbie snacks.
Yeah, he probably does. I don't know. He wears the capris.
We got the 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25, a chance to win $2,000. Already had one winner this week. Can we make it 2 for 2? Before we get into that, there were dueling headlines yesterday in both the Free Press and the Detroit News about everybody's favorite pitcher, Tarik Skubal. Mm-hmm. You have Evan Petzold, who wrote about the fact that the Tigers actually lowered their offer going into arbitration. And then you have the McCoskey side of things where he writes, well, it's because Boris wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway, so they lowered the number to position themselves better for this showdown hearing in arbitration. Where are you at in all of this, John? Like, who are you more upset with? What is it that's really got you riled up? Because people are picking sides.
Yeah, and so, I mean, are you more mad at the Skubal-Boris combo? Mm-hmm. There's blame that lies all around. Or you mad with the Tigers and Major League Baseball? I'm more mad with Major League Baseball because of how it is all constructed and the fact that there is no salary cap and there's just doesn't seem to be a path for, yes, do we think that Ilitch could pay Tarik Skubal $40 million a year? Sure. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do it. And I'm not sitting there pounding the desk thinking we've got to keep Tarik Skubal. It's also the style of baseball that we're watching right now. And this is, I'm going to put my old hat on in regards to we have nobody that can pitch a complete game anymore. And it irks me that Tarik Skubal has this sub 100 pitch limit that he can't go over. So that's why I don't think it's necessary to pay him all, it's not a good business decision to pay him $400 million. He's going to be 30. He's had 2 arm events, probably in line for another one. So do you want to have that much money sitting on the bench? I just don't think this organization should hamstring itself. But I'm more mad at Major League Baseball. That's why I think there's enough in terms of the ownership and on that side of things versus the players that there's going to be a work stoppage in 27. And that also irks me.
Well, there's a lot of people that think this showdown arbitration hearing is a precursor to the bigger picture labor dispute looming in Major League Baseball.
This is the undercard.
This is the undercard. Because you have Boris fighting for his client and all players to raise the bar in arbitration to get the most money possible. That's his job, and he's very good at it. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Tigers, who are going to be sticking up for the league, and most of these owners who do not want salaries to turn into a runaway freight train. So the Tigers are trying to play their game and lower the number to try to win an arbitration. But, John, in all of this, I ask the question, even if they win, aren't they still losing? Because you have former players and former executives who think this is a joke. You're going to lower your offer by $800,000?
I don't care about the $800,000. It's a math equation.
They do. They lowered by $800,000. And what's the win? You lowball and disrespect your star player. Other people are watching and paying attention. You could lose this, but even if you win it, I think you're losing this because you look small time.
It's all negotiating tactics. And I'm not going to sit there and say, do I like how the Tigers have handled it? Could they handle it better? Probably. Yes. But what did you expect them to do? Sign him to a long-term contract 3 years ago?
No, they couldn't.
Before,
but John, the pettiness of we're going to offer you $19.8 million. And then, Boris didn't come back with a counter, so we're going to lower it to 19 just to be petty. Like running.
No, I don't think they did it just to be petty. I think it's a negotiating tactic, and it's a math equation that I don't understand. I trust me. The whole arbitration thing of how one arbitrator is going to say, yeah, he's worth more than $25.5 million. Another one's going to say, well, he's probably worth less than $25.5. And then the third one's going to say, well, we don't know.
Look, I am of the belief Skubal's going to win this arbitration, but it's clearly murkier than that. And the Tigers may win it. They legitimately may win it. My question is, okay, congrats. What did you win? You run your business this way. What message does this send to everybody else that you may want to sign in the future? Congrats. You won the battle. You lost the war. Congrats. You beat him in arbitration because you saved $800,000 here. You nickel and dime Tarik Skubal. You win. You win. Guess what? You win.
I just don't see it that way. I see this as a much bigger, and it is the undercard to the labor negotiations. It's, okay, if the Tigers offered him $35 million, do you think he'd sign it?
I don't think he would.
Okay, so then what are the Tigers supposed to do?
They're supposed to put a more competitive number. And if they thought it was 19.8, stay at 19.8. Don't retreat by less than $1 million to do some stupid game with your star player.
Again, I'm not going to go down the petty road. It's negotiation, and both sides are going to be petty in negotiation. So it's tit for tat. Like I don't care.
No, I get it. Boris shoots high, Tigers shoot low. Whoever wins in the middle wins. But the Tigers had a low number and then went lower. What was the reason for that?
Again, I'm going to be man enough to say I don't know what it means in regards to the arbitration hearing.
I'm just asking.
I gotta believe that there is something of value for them to shoot at 19 versus 19.8. And
but you can agree that optically it looks really bad. That former players and former general managers have publicly called out the organization that this is a bad look for the team, whether they win arbitration or not. And they could also still lose arbitration because they miscalculated by $1 million.
Okay, so a two-time Cy Young winner, and they offer him 22. All right, are they all going to say, oh, well, that's still less than his market value?
It may be.
Yeah, and so like I don't think that the Tigers were in a situation where they could do anything right. And so I'm not going to hold their feet to the fire in a situation that was built for them to lose.
248-539-9797. Who are you more mad at? Look, Skubal did the PR tour in Detroit. Doesn't sound like they're willing to negotiate either. Who are you more mad at? The Tigers, baseball, Skubal, Boris? It's 97.1.